When you hear what I have to say, you'll believe that I'm crazy, but hear me out that I'm telling the God honest truth. There do actually exist Shatterhand trading cards, but before I show them to you, let me give you a brief history. They came from a trading card game called Zap Pax. It was released by Cards Distribution in 1992. Zap Pax contained cards with various NES games like Double Dragon, Vice Project Doom, Battletoads, Shadow of a Ninja, and more. They didn't contain Mario, Zelda, Metroid, or Castlevania cards. I think it was for the underrated games. Each card had an art interpretation of characters from different games, and on the back of each card had cheats or tips for the game, or they had a description of what each character was about. There was only one series released for this franchise, and that only series had 110 cards. No more, no less. I first heard about Zap Pax when I was browsing on DeviantArt for Shatterhand fan art, and surprisingly, there are some. I came across this one fan art of Shatterhand made by Toasty Man. He said he made it from a hazy memory from trading cards he had when he was a kid. When he brought that up, I didn't believe it at first. Then he responded back to me with what I wanted to know. He told me about the card game, and I never heard of it. So I typed those two words in on eBay and I got some results. I managed to get 103 out of the 110 cards from the seller that contained all 10 Shatterhand cards that were made for the series. I'm going to review all of them in the number order they came out as. So without further delay, let's complete some childhoods. Starting with number 7, Gravitt. And, wow, for 1992 this actually looks pretty good. I like how the artist made out Gravitt here, especially when Gravitt is a ghost-like cyborg, with all the illusions here and all that. Though the background looks a bit choppy and pathetic, especially for that tunnel or that barrel that stands out. It looks like someone copied and pasted onto the card. And another thing, what the fuck is that coming from Gravitt? Are those stars? Is he farting out stars from his ass? Is that how the stars in the skies are made? If that's the case, then I think we solved the mystery of the universe. Overall, it looks pretty good, but I like the Gravitt interpretation in the Nintendo Power issue that they made. But this is a good one overall. Next up is number 9, Laisirbot. And wow, he looks dazzling. I mean, it looks dazzling. I mean, look how it shines, and the laser it shoots out. In the game, he only shot one laser out, but in this one, it shoots 2 lasers. If it was the same for the game, that would have been badass. And I also like the background, even though you can barely see it. It looks like you're in a facility or something. And the bot, well, it looks pretty awesome nonetheless. Kind of reminds me of something from Star Wars. But yeah, this is a very good bot overall, even though I don't use this bot that much, since I only use the bomber. So anyway, on with number 14, General Grover, and wow, that's what I can say. This is awesome. I mean, this is my favorite card out of all the 10 cards that I'm showing you. I mean, look at Grover. He is such a badass, especially with his armor. Though I do dislike the pink color, but hey, he looks pretty intimidating. Especially you can see that he's not showing his eyes. And also the background looks, well, kind of looks a bit psychedelic or something like that. And I also like the platform that he's standing on. It looks realistic, especially with the platform matching the feet. And yeah, this is really awesome. My only complaint is that I wish that they would have made a different color for the armor, but it's great overall. It's my favorite card in the series. So on to the next one, number 34, Infernal. And wow, this looks a bit dazzling. Looks like something you find in the Temple of Doom or something. Yeah, Infernal, he looks pretty intimidating, especially with those eyes there. Ooh, and fear the eyes. They look pretty creepy to me. I like how shiny they made his armor and all that, and the sword. Though it does match with the fire as well. Even though this looks very good, I like the interpretation of Infernal in Nintendo Power instead. That looks better. However, this one is very good overall, so give it a benefit of the doubt and pass. Next is number 56, Pyrobot. And for my least favorite bot in the game, this is pretty nice. I like how they armored him up and all that, and how he's shooting flames and that. But still, it's like my least favorite bot, and they use the same background that they did for the Laisirbot in the card. And yeah, this is pretty nice here overall. the flame looks doesn't look that realistic. But then again, this was 1992, so what was real? Anyways, this is pretty good overall. Nothing much I can say about here. It looks a bit generic, I guess. Pretty cheap for a flame block guy. Looks almost more like a knight with an oil tank on his back. Imagine if you're a bot like that and you got shot in the back with that tank. Bam, you're dead. So let's pass on to the next one. Number 57, Harptune. And boy, this does not fare any better than the flamethrower. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at Harptune. He stands out from everything else. I mean, really, it's dark orange. Yes, it matches the color from the game almost, but still, it looks kind of, bubbly for his suit. I mean, I wish they could have made the suit more metallic, and it's supposed to flow as well. And what's that in the middle? Is that supposed to be his Is that supposed to be like his shield protector of his face? Because you can barely see the face. But then again, you can barely see the face of any character, of any bosses. So it's nice. The only thing I like about this card is the background looks very awesome. Looks so realistic. But not that lightsaber. I mean, is that a lightsaber? It looks like it because that's what I've been calling it. And he's also dropping the bombs and all that. But I wish they could have made it the character look more better. And that's the strangest thing about these cards. It's like as though they focused more on the background than they did on the characters themselves. If you don't believe me, just check out the art cards I might post up soon. So, it was pretty nice. I like the background, but not the character itself. So, let's pass on to the next one. Number 62, Cybergate. And boy, is he gonna jump at you. This is very good interpretation. I mean, I pretty like this more than the Nintendo Power interpretation. I mean, look at it. He looks like he's gonna jump out of that card at you. The only way it could be any better if it was 3D. It would be really jumping. In the background, it matches the area from Area C. But still, I wish they took in a bit more liberty into the backgrounds here. Look, and Cybergate. And I've been calling it like Cybergate or is it Cybergate or Cybergate? Because I can't tell if it's a A-P-T or A-T-E. I have no idea. They spell it two different ways. I can't know which one is right. So, let's just pass on to the next one. Number 84, Pogo Borg. And wow, this looks pretty cool. This is a transformation of a Pogo Borg transforming into a worm-like monster and all that. This is what happens after you destroy the first Pogo Borg. The second Pogo Borg transforms. And it's really nice here. I even like the background as well. It kind of matches the same thing as Area B, but still pretty nice nonetheless. Though it's probably a good card. Though you probably might differ. Though I like the transformation here. And I wish they probably could have made it 3D as well here. So yeah, I even like how they made the armor shiny and the I don't know anything else. I mean, what's that? Is that his face? That's supposed to be the eyes or something else? I don't know. Anyway, it's pretty good. Let's move on to the next one. Number 92, laisir. And for the easiest boss in the world, he looks pretty good here. I like how he's standing there just shooting at whatever it is. Maybe it's you or someone else. And his clothing reminds me a bit of like from the Great Mouse Detective. I can't believe I'm making that reference, but that's what his clothes contrast to. And I like his weapon there. Is that supposed to be a shotgun or some kind of a customized assault rifle or something? I don't know. Any guess you make is better than mine, I guess. But I wish I could see his face there. You could barely see his face because his fur collar is blocking it. You can see what looks like to be like a helmet or something that's shielding him or something blue. You can barely see it at all. But still, it's pretty good nonetheless. And now we move on to we save the best for last. Shatterhand himself. Wow. Okay. Boy, where do I start? Okay, I'll break the ice. This looks alarmingly similar to the box art cover of the game. Really, of all the things you could have copied from the game, why the box art cover? It's cheesy enough, but did you really have to put it in a card? And does the fist look familiar to you? It looks the same thing from the cover, except they reversed it. And really, the yellow rims are back. Oh dear God, the yellow rims. They're black! Black! B-L-A-C-K! What sense does this make? Why couldn't they get this right? And not to mention that his shirt is blue, once again. And my God, really? The shirt was black in the game, so why couldn't they get that right? I mean, fuck, we might as well make the Mega Man cover, box art cover for this card while we're at it. I mean, Jesus Christ. It just looks so damn cheesy and pathetic. The Al Bundy face is still there. Though at least they gave him the green jacket, but it looks a bit bright. And I can see a belt buckle in his pants, but not much. I think the only thing I like about this card is the background here with the green light and all that. I think, and looks like a factory and all that. I think that's better than this card. I wish they could have done a better job with Shatterhand here. I mean, they made him look stupid again. Once again, they made him look stupid, just like Jaleeko did. And then, isn't there old saying that if we don't learn from our mistakes, we're bound to repeat it? Or is that for history? Either way, it's true. And also, oh jeez, what can I say about this? If they made the shirt black and the shades black and not give that Al Bundy face, I would have liked it. But unfortunately, I like General Grover better. So that's the end of the Shatterhand cards. I wish I could say they made more of these cards, but unfortunately they didn't. My only complaint is I wish they made more of them true. Like Shatterhand and his armor suit and all that. That would have been awesome. And give the enemies the variety of enemies from the game cards as well, and a few bots while they were at it. But unfortunately, they only made one series for 110 cards, and that was it. And this is the 10 cards from Shatterhand we get. So, if I was to choose the best one, the winner would be General Grover. Even though he's the antagonist, he still looks pretty badass compared to Shatterhand. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll have these cards scanned up and put on the Facebook group for SGMP. And yeah, this is overall. If you guys want to make cards yourself, be my guest because I love to see them. They would probably look more better than these. Anyways, this is Riley Sky signing out. Thank you guys for checking them out.